Okay, so I think we're just about ready to get going, except for Josh. Who are you playing today? Because
okay, so I'm playing Hasper Rockborn. He's a level 7 paladin that uses a hoe instead of a sword. Also, he doesn't work for money. He's like kind of he's a good guy.
Hey everyone! Welcome to Threshold, Heroes of the Fanged Coast. Why don't we have a quick check-in on what is new and going on in Marenton? And a quick look at the weather. It is raining in Marenton today. There is heavy rain and some thunderstorms. So what that means for heavy rain is that disadvantage on perception rolls that rely on sight and that rely on hearing. Extinguishes open flames and everything is lightly obscured.
All right.
So there's some heavy rain. Christine, last time, if you remember, you had that standing army in Cromer that was causing you some problems.
Yeah.
How have you fixed your food deficiency?
So what I did was
You don't have to explain all the movements.
oh great, I bought food from the Nostromos.
Okay. So you are choosing to purchase some extra food with your money that you have found from the Aboleth's lair
Yes.
to buy some food that you are having shipped down to Marenton.
Correct.
Beautiful. All right.
Oh, I also bought extra food for Pearlshot.
Okay, and you're giving Pearlshot a little bit extra. Perfect.
Yes.
Because you're going to try to attract more people there to
Yes.
grow it? Perfect.
Ooh. The marker for that's extra food.
Oh.
I wanted to differentiate
We
it in
have-
color.
I'll be still.
Okay, we'll figure it out later.
Alrighty. So, today's adventure, Christine, you want to tell us where we went?
Last time or where we're going?
No, where we're going.
Oh, okay. So we're going to Haddock today. Everyone's favorite ogre riddled town.
It's like my third favorite one.
Your third favorite ogre-riddled town?
Sure.
And we're going to explore So there's a couple things in Haddock. First, there is the Rest, which the X-Men are buried. If you refer to Heroes of Threshold, episode 1. There's also the cave, the Haddock's Cave, which is no one's really sure where it is, but there's a whole mythology and lore that you can read on the wiki about it. So we're going to go and explore that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you probably know where it is. All right, so you have arrived in the city, in the town of Haddock. Who have you brought along with you today?
Hey, Christine.
Hey, Val.
Why are we going to Haddock again?
Because if you want to build those transmutation circles, we need money.
Oh, okay. That explains why I'm here, I guess. Why is he here?
Val points to a young man. You want to describe yourself?
Yes. From the top.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
from the top of your head to the bottom of your toes.
All of that. Great. I'm playing Sei Shulan Asasik, usually known as Asasik. He is a young man in his early 20s from Gigapax. He has kind of a tan complexion, dark black hair, and he's kind of he's surprisingly prim and proper.
Prim.
He's from the Temple of the Whispering Wind, and he was sent to Aeron on kind of a sort of a spiritual quest of sorts, like a life quest to rid Aeron of evil, or more simply put, to make Aeron good again.
Because your master was killed
Right.
by some men from Aeron.
That's right.
So they sent you over here to try to rather than avenge by doing more bad, to do some good, hopefully undo.
Yes. When crimes are committed, instead of retribution, it's about bringing the community where the criminals were from up to a proper state where those people would never have been created in the first place.
Okay.
So you found this guy fixing a roof,
Yes. And he.
and now he's here.
Yes. And he's here. Can we also explain why I have a bunch of cards with?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so last session we found a bunch of magical items, and instead of splitting them up between that particular party, what I've decided to do is kind of do almost a library system where people can check out magical items for whichever party is going on an adventure for that round. So this is the Cloak of the Manta Ray, or the Lantern of Revealing, all of those items.
So which magical items have you brought with you today?
So I have the Cloak of the Manta Ray,
Okay.
Because I know that Haddock's cave is supposedly on the coast, and going from experience of last time being underwater, I do not want to go through the same experience of not being able to hit something.
Now they don't have Puaku
Yeah, now that we don't have
to make it
Puaku.
so you can breathe.
Yeah. Anybody else want one?
Yes.
What do you want?
Just for RP's sake, is this like you guys show us a case of toys and you're like, choose?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
they take you into the vault.
Choose your
Yes.
Happy Meal.
So yeah, we take you to choose your happy
It's
meal.
like, I guess, sanctioned mission. You can check out things.
Yeah. We take you into the vault.
Great.
And there's a section that has. I want it to be like a different little room within the vault, but it's too fancy. So it's just like a little section where some of the magical items are kept. So.
By section,
Great.
she means pile.
Yes.
Yeah. So
A very neatly organized pile.
great. Asasik walks in. His eyes grow wide. He says, "From the 12 wonders. These are amazing." And then you allow him to choose one, and he is just he just blew a fuse. It's like the coolest thing ever.
Okay.
He's very naive.
So once you've...
And you can check out more than one. It's not like one per person. It's just kind of like, oh, I'm going to take this, this, and this today.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, no, you can take as many as you want. Just bring them back.
Oh, yeah.
He is a kid.
He's only 2 years younger than Christine.
Right, but maybe even more naive. He's going to choose the Oil of Etherealness.
Okay.
Should I read
All
it
right.
briefly?
No, you don't have to.
All right.
Great.
That's consumable, right?
I think it is.
All right. Sazek is going to pick that up. And I was going to be like, all right. Now, once you use that, we don't get it back.
He's already dipped his finger.
It smells like ozone.
It's enough
when
to cover a medium or small creature. So he just dips his finger in it and looks at it. And then
as your finger warps in and out of the ethereal plane.
He looks at it and goes back to pick up the little snack he was looking on, and his finger is right through it.
Christine, who let that get into the pile? That seems like something that would be useful for what I'm trying to do with dimensions and Rasper. Never mind.
Is he on the ethereal plane?
Probably not.
Well, we'll find out in a little bit anyway.
All right.
You guys have then, after all your preparations are settled, you get on your horses and you ride to Pearlshaw, where you stay the night, and then from there you head all the way to Haddock. Haddock is it's as you remember it. There's a statue. I don't think you guys have been in there in a little while, but there is a statue of Willet there now.
Right, I remember that.
There's a statue of Willet standing proudly. He's the former mayor who was killed in an ogre attack, and then his brother Franklin took over. Since then, I guess you have been back since then, because you have in the past you appointed. Between seasons 1 and 2, you appointed Farnsworth Giantsbane as the sort of mayor of Haddock, because he has specialty in killing giant kind. So great. Where's your Casey? Why don't you describe yourself? I imagine you're going to kind of meet them on the road.
Perfect. I am a 6th level human barbarian from the Animalist tribe. I am 6'4" and 300 pounds.
Whoa.
Carrying a maul that has
You're like a refrigerator.
It has. I have a maul. It's pretty much like a quarterstaff, but on the bottom of it, besides being like a walking stick, it has like huge like tree stump-sized carvings on it. One of which depicting a bear, one of which depicting an owl.
Okay.
How old are you?
50.
Oh, older. Much older than I thought he was. Okay.
Ooh, he's an old man. You see this intimidating refrigerator of a man with his huge maul on the road as you approach. And you see a party of an elf with a long red coat and a moon staff that drips blood, a noble lady in gold-plated armor with with bandages on her hand and a shield that has the face of a giant on it, and a young Gigaplation man in simple garb with.
He's watching a stick bug walk up a stick and smiling.
in his hand. Lovely. I'll let you guys become friends.
Hello, I say in Gigaplation.
Don't know how to do that.
Ooh.
I don't think so
Asasic replies. He says, "Itaja, Gigajara? Did you?
Do wanna baka?
Tirali." He replies. He says, "You're from
I'm not used to
Gigaplax?
Speaking language.
So am I."
My people, when the men of Gigaplex came across the sea, they settled amongst this area, and we have been founded since that long. So, if you speak something else,
he says, "Our scholars know not of your tribe, but yes, I speak many languages. Aaron, badly."
Christine, did you know not of his tribe too?
What are you talking about?
You hearing this? Are they speaking in Gigaplation? They switched to common.
No, I
right?
think
No,
they're,
they're
I think
Giga.
they're simply.
Never
I think
mind.
they're
That.
still
I can't
Giga.
understand that.
Yeah. Tirali, did you? They wrote.
but wanna take Sarawara.
Common. Or Elvish. That'd be fine too.
You say Aaron, and then
Yeah, he switches to Aaron.
I break into a broken. Yes, tribe, animals, old.
I say, Sick, who's your friend?
Asasic says he knows you speak Gigaplation, but he still responds in also slightly less broken. Aaron. My friend is being from Gigaplax. They are a tribe from long ago.
What is he doing here?
I seek aid for my peoples. Evil creatures from somewhere else came and destroy our villages.
Where-
Would I know of the tribe?
Asasic responds in Gigaplation. He says, "What evil creatures do you speak of?"
The red ones with spike and stick.
Does it still sound simple in even Gigaplation?
Do you speak that language well?
He's trying to describe a devil without.
Yeah,
I guess
saying
that's
devil.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does
You have you have at least an understanding to think that these must be devils.
I see. He tells you. He speaks of the devils.
Oh.
Oh.
Where's his tribe? Where's your tribe?
The rain continues to pour.
Outside of Haddock.
Oh. Well, we're headed that direction. Would you like to join us?
How recently did the devils attack?
Months ago.
A couple of months ago.
No. All right. Well, where were you going right now?
To speak to ruler of this area.
All right. Congratulations, Christine. There you go. I'm gonna meet you in Haddock.
You guys work out some kind of negotiation where you help with the cave, and she'll find a way to help your people.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Vel walks into the town of Haddock. It's kind of as he remembers it. It looks like some of the buildings have some fortifications. They're starting to put like spikes on them, like sharpened sticks, just to kind of deter ogres from touching them, so that all the buildings don't get torn apart every time an ogre decides he's a little bit hungry and doesn't want to scrounge something up in the forest. You see he's a kind of older man. He wears a set of full plate armor and carries a serrated blade. You can also see that he has like a tabard and a cloak which bears his sigil, which is it's on green, white, and black with a unicorn with a serrated horn, and that's his sigil. That's Farnsworth Giantsbane, and you can kind of see him patrolling the town. He has his cloak on. He looks kind of rangery.
Are you the town captain? Hello?
He approaches you and he says, "Yes, I'm something like that. My name is Farnsworth Giantsbane, and I'm the mayor of this town."
Where's your town captain's badge? Willett had a town captain's badge.
Oh, yes. He reaches into his sash and he kind of takes it and he puts it on. He says, "I don't wear it all the time, but I keep it on me because the people here seem to have fond memories of the man who wore it last."
That they do.
He puts it on. It's the same one that Franklin had. So there's like it's been repaired from, and it was extended at one point to fit Franklin, but then cinched back up. So it's looking pretty raggedy.
Ooh. All right.
The rest of the party all approaches him, and he remembers you, and he says, "Mr. Marin."
Farnsworth, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Could be better. The rain is raining.
Yes, let's go somewhere dry. We can go to my house.
Excellent.
He walks you guys to his house. It's an old house, and it has a very interesting front door. I have a picture of it. This is what the front door looks like. It has a lantern like hanging on a hook, like in the middle of the door, and you can see that Farnsworth takes out a key and unlocks the keyhole like all the way up here, and then he unlocks it and he opens the door and he says, "Come in."
Interesting door, Farnsworth.
Yes, it's apparently been like this for a long time. I found the door itself actually in some storage. The town historian tells me that it used to be Haddock himself's door. So kind of an interesting thing. The keyhole is kind of in an awkward spot, and the lantern hanging so far down is kind of a weird thing. But if I ever get locked out, there's this interesting note that I assume I can trust you with. And he reaches up into this panel here, and there's like a little secret, I'll draw it out right here. There's a little secret compartment that he opens up, and there's a spare key inside.
Oh.
You guys can have this.
So you have a key to your door hidden in your door.
Apparently so.
All right.
Yeah. Give me a go. Oh, what's your Casey? What's your character's name?
Gogana Dodunton.
Gogana Dodunton.
Dodunton.
Dodunton. Gogana Dodunton. So Gogana, give me a nature check.
Woo.
Or geography if you have it.
Proficiency in nature, 7 though.
7? Okay, great. Christine, also give me one of those.
Oh, nature?
Or geography.
Okay.
Geography doesn't exist.
There's nature.
Okay,
History. Nature's 14.
Okay. Never mind. All right. He takes you inside and he has you guys all sit down. The rain continues to fall outside, and he says, "So I'm Farnsworth, and who are all you that I am having the pleasure of meeting?"
Well, this is Val. He's been traveling with me for a while, and I'm sure that
The famed wizard.
Yes.
It's very nice to meet you.
You as well. I like you better with the captain on.
I see. I guess I should probably just wear it all the time.
Matches your eyes.
I am Gogana Doduntan of the Animalist tribe.
Oh, I see. And what brings the animalist into town?
We were attacked by devils.
I see. A few months ago?
Yes.
Yes. There's been quite a few reports of that happening a little bit all up the coast, but mostly centered in Olengrad, of course, with the.
Yes, they have stopped recently, right? Like,
As far as I know, yes.
okay. It's making me worried for a second here. Also excited, but mostly worried.
Have the ogres, were they part of the giant crew that went north? No, the ogres are still there. Okay.
Oh yeah, ogres attack Haddock all the time.
How are those attacks going?
They're going fine. I'm starting to train the people the proper tactics to fight the ogres. But there's still the extra troops, the Merrington Rangers that you've stationed here, certainly are helpful.
Excellent.
But
The people of the wolf tribe of the Animalists, they focus on fighting larger creatures. I am not yet focused on the wolf, but I know they are well trained in attacking large creatures.
well, perhaps then you and I can talk at a later date about maybe getting some of that knowledge this way, because I think eventually we just have to teach the ogres that it's going to be a more difficult. It's going to be more difficult to take food from here than it is other places, and they've just taken it from here for so long because it's easy.
Correct. When was the last attack?
Maybe 2 or 3 days ago, so we're about ripe for another one. And you, sir?
Asasic was actually, he was behind the bunch, looking at the back side of this door. Is there anything different about it from the other side?
It looks pretty much like a normal door. It looks old. It looks weathered. But it looks to be of it's of Syraxan, some kind of Syraxan make to it.
Oh, and
Yeah.
it's obvious enough that.
It looks kind of like the doors back home. Some of the doors back
Oh, okay.
home for you.
All right, so maybe it's just like a familiar tint to it that
Yeah,
that catches his curiosity.
it looks old.
Asasic turns around. He says, "My pardons. You may call me Asasic. I am from Gigaplax." And he bows.
Very nice to meet you. What do I have the pleasure, my lady, of entertaining you here on this rainy day?
We were going to look for the location of Haddock's cave.
Oh, I see. Well, the cave's down the coast. I wish there was some aid that I could give you. I assume you know the story that it is that he's magically sealed the entrance.
I didn't know the story, but now I'm more interested. What is it?
The entrance to the cave. You might be interested in the cave as a whole because there's been there's lots of stories that surround it. Haddock's cave apparently goes for miles, and he was never able to spelunk the whole thing. It was a major tourist attraction for a while. There were rumors that there were things like elven ships inside, dry docked deep within there. Rumors say that there were entire races of species that live under there, and a portal to hell itself. How much of these stories are tall tales and legends, I don't know, because people who have found the cave recently typically say that it goes back a few hundred yards and then comes to a stop. Apparently Haddock collapsed the entrance and created a secret sealed entrance so that he could spelunk it without all these tourists and adventure hunters coming in. But he was killed by ogres shortly after, thus his life in Haddock.
Didn't they sit on him while he slept?
I don't know.
That was the story I heard. But who knows if it's true?
In any case, alright, dry docked elven ship. So do we have a starting point, Christine? You be some resources in there that we need, or is that why we're here?
I was going to look into the cave because you're right. It used to be a tourist attraction, and I'm trying to rebuild this land to what it once was. And I thought that if there is a way to find the entrance, clear out the cave, and bring people in. It could be something very interesting then. That combined with lowering the ogre attacks, of course.
Yes. Well, yes. There's nothing so safe. Nothing so safe here. Unfortunately, I don't know where the actual entrance to the cave is. I haven't walked the coast that often. I've done a little bit of searching, but perhaps your animalist friend here knows something.
Yeah.
If there's a particular type of creature native to that area, I can speak with it and see with its eyes.
That's more than I can do for you.
That is true. Well, our first task, I guess, is to find the entrance of the cave. Is there anyone in town who might know where it could be?
If you head over to on top of the cave, the inn here in town, there's some interesting folks there. Just watch your step. There's some men that are staying in there and camped outside of town, although it must be pretty miserable, camped out to the north. I assume you already know about that, though. The Nostromo men.
No, I wasn't aware.
That's interesting then. There's two squads of men there. Captain, they bear Weissenbart arms. So I assume that they were there. They have been helping out in the ogre attacks, but I assume that they were with you.
It's very interesting. Thank you, Farnsworth.
Yes, you're welcome.
Is it a far trek down to the ocean?
Maybe an hour or so.
I think I can be of assistance, provided that whatever we find, part of which goes to my people to rebuild there.
Of course.
If I can get a creature close to me.
About that, Christine, a word.
Yes.
So, am I to understand that you pulled me away from my research and warding a trove of potentially dangerous magical items to help you reopen a tourist attraction?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Also, if you listened to Farnsworth, he told you about the elven ships, the possible dangers that await there. I'd like to make sure that if something breaks a magical seal, that the people here are not being attacked by two sides.
Fair enough. Yes. These frequent pauses are slowing me down. But yes, good. Good.
I have tracked down to the waters.
You head down to the coast, and you see that there's you follow. Are you looking for a particular animal?
I just walk into the ocean and I'm like throwing my hands around, like splashing water on myself. And I continue to do this for a while.
Let's see. If you just want to play in the ocean, is that why we're here? Everybody else is seeing this, right? No.
Asistic shrugs and walks up. He says, in Gigaplation, my friend, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm simply washing up.
He says, oh, I see. He shouts back to the people that are at the shoreline, he is washing! And then he starts washing as well.
The fellow goes, and kind of just plops down. Is it still raining?
Yeah, it is.
He plops down, and he slowly draws a circle around himself, and then a Liamon's tiny hut pops up, just to keep him out of the rain.
Not a tiny hat?
No, not a tiny hat this time. Although maybe a tiny hat would be all it would take in this.
I wish to. I'm just looking now. I'm actively looking for like a fish or some kind of sea creature.
All right,
A turtle. I'm looking for a turtle.
Give me a dex check.
It is called Black Ray Bay. There could
against
be
a turtle.
Also
I'm looking for a turtle.
Okay.
You said dex check?
Yeah.
9.
All right, it's a turtle. You reach into the water, you spot one, and you grab the turtle out of the water.
Now I begin like shaking it, but this time I am ritually casting Speak with Animal.
Okay. So yeah, you can talk to the turtle. The turtle looks at you and says, "Why have you taken me?" It's a sea turtle.
Great creature for which the earth sits on. I wish to know of a secret cave in the area.
What with the big cave?
Yes, the big cave.
Yes, my people talk of the big cave. It has been sealed off for many years now.
Can you swim over there and I
yes.
will? And now I'm like rubbing a shell, and then I have beast sense, so I can see through his eyes.
Oh shit! He says, "Yes, I'll swim there now. If you put me back in the water." Thank you, kind human. If only all peoples were as kind as you. And he starts swimming north. And so since you can see through his eyes, you can just like follow him, kind of. Yeah, that's cool. So is that an animal totem thing that you can?
Part of the animal
cast
totem
some
is you
of those
can
spells?
ritually cast beast sense and speak with animal.
That's badass.
And I can maintain beast sense for the hour duration.
So you find the turtle and he swims up and he leads you guys to a cave.
Are we swimming?
No,
no, he's just looking through his eyes.
I think you guys are walking on
I
the
was
shore.
going to be even grouchier if we were swimming.
Better use the ring. I didn't take it.
Yeah, you could use the ring. You come to the cave. It's he like parks in front of it. It's a sea cave, so there's like maybe just a little bit of water that moves to the inside, but then it quickly dries off and disappears sort of into darkness. And the turtle says, "There you are."
Be well, my friend.
And you as well. Bye. And then he swims out to sea. That's the official voice of turtles.
I say he's gonna step forward, and he's gonna pull out his quarterstaff, and he speaks to Val and says, "I will lead. You provide light." And he's gonna start just stepping into the cave.
All right. You cast some light.
Fine light.
The moon step lights up, and the cave fills with moonlight. You notice that it actually isn't very, very big. It's only maybe about 30 or 40 feet deep, and then it comes to sort of like a rounded end.
Great. He as they're walking, Asasic makes note to Val. We assume it's the order at least is like me, you, maybe Christine, something like that.
It's a big enough cave. We probably can just walk kind of abreast or whatever.
Yeah, you guys can kind of all like line up.
Great.
It's a big, deep
but he
cave.
makes note. He says if it comes to it, I will protect Atala Christine. She is our leader. It is clear.
Yes, very clear. All right. Well, this is a very nice empty cave. Give me a moment. And the light winks out, and I'm going to ritual cast detect magic really quick, just as a precaution.
You do detect
Hear some weird shit.
some powerful abjuration magic,
Whoa.
which is preventing, which is sealing off the cave.
Okay, we got something here.
What?
Like big protective magic all over the cave. All right, well, maybe you were onto something after all, Christine. I'm going to pull out a ruined pot, and I'm going to just hold it up and try and cast Dispel Magic around the cave.
All right, you cast Dispel Magic, and you the magic is powerful enough that it doesn't just suck into the pot. You can sort of feel it like sucking in as you like are still kind of detecting it. You get the feeling that the door is going to open to a particular
Oh yeah, that's not enough to dispel that shit.
It opens to a particular tonal frequency.
Anytime Asasic is, he's like feeling around the wall, and you notice as his finger goes to the right. That is the case.
How long? How long does that last for?
I didn't write it down, so.
Applying oil takes 10 minutes, but it doesn't actually say when it goes away.
Oh, we didn't write down the
Well, it's like the
duration.
etherealness spell, which
I'm gonna say like
says,
an
until
hour.
it's dispelled.
That would be convenient.
No.
No, it lasts like 10 minutes or something.
So yeah, it
says it takes
requires a particular like musical frequency to open it.
It looks like it requires some kind of sound or musical frequency or something Clarion could do easily. Yeah. Any thoughts? Maybe Haddock had a favorite song.
Not that I know of.
Oh, Sherry Wine. Alright, well, it seems to be everybody else's favorite song. So.
I need to write like 60 songs.
Yeah. The art either Demarin's Folly or Sherry Wine. We can't sing Demarin's Folly.
Maybe that's Haddock's favorite song.
It better not be.
It's probably written after he did this. But
Definitely.
anyway.
Asasic hears talk of songs, and he pulls out his flute, which is his path item, I think. With that
You got it from your background. or
Background
something.
item.
Yeah.
And he says, could this work? And he starts to play. No, it's not like it's a wind song. It flows.
We're just teasing you. Yeah, you play the wind song of your people.
Yeah, he starts playing it. I'll come up with it later.
You fill the sound of the cave is filled with beautiful music, but it doesn't have any effect.
Well, that was very nice.
He frowns.
Give me an intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence, huh?
Yeah.
23.
Woo!
Fell smart.
He's got a big old brain.
You determine that you have an idea, which you have an idea that since you guys have headed north from Haddock, if the door that you went through to get into Farnsworth's house is a map, you guys are pretty much where the keyhole would be.
But,
Look at that!
guys, mind thing happening.
Yes.
The door.
Mind thing happening.
The door on Farnsworth's. Yeah, we're about where the keyhole would be. Although, if this is a map of the Fanged coast, then the lantern is around where Marenton is. So, the key would be around where the keyhole is in the door, where the key is hidden in the door, which is out. Let's see.
In the forest.
Oh, it's in the forest. Oh, I was reading this backwards. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yes, then it's out.
Those mine at home.
And yeah, maybe I'd draw like a quick thing from memory that's so it would be around here.
You see him draw that map, and once it's been marked as such as a map, you realize, oh, that's like Ogre territory.
Oh.
Golgana realizes this.
Yeah.
And tells no one.
Mind thing happened.
Brain tickle.
That is deep into Ogre territory.
Of course it is. Heck, the ogre. Yeah. Well.
Well, looks like I know where we're going.
Yep.
Magic
Well-
Man.
Yeah.
While we are heading that way, I made a discovery, which is one of the reasons why I was sent out amongst my people. Besides
Discovery.
that I am of two tribes, I also made a discovery. I might know the location of some metal helm thing.
Okay.
There have been stories about a group of people who fought over this helm that controls metal.
Metal. Christine, does that mean anything to you?
Yes, actually. Do you know the location of it, or do you know, or do you have it?
No, I have a general idea of where it could be, but it sounded way too
Is it
strange.
in the area, or is it further south?
Sounds like it might be close to where we are going.
Yeah, it's actually in the rest. It's in the graveyard that's very close by. Pretty much you guys have to walk through it.
Interesting. Well, if the helm is as old and powerful as it sounds, having now been appraised of what the helm of the forge is, that could at least be something very useful for Merrington, Christine. So perhaps it's worth
Checking out.
investigating, if you would.
Yes.
and if
You guys
nothing
want to make
else.
a pit stop there on your way back?
Yep, well, we gotta make a couple pit stops, or at least until we get to the Ogre territory, because I'd like to talk to the Weisenbach
Oh yeah. Okay.
guys, and I guess go to the
Weisenbach.
rest.
Great.
So which one's first? Which one's closer? The rest?
Yeah, the rest would be first.
Okay, let's go to the rest.
Okay. Lead the way then, if it's closest.
Golgana leads the way. It's just a slight detour up through the rest.
If you don't mind my asking, Gogana, why tell us? What?
Our peoples don't do anything with
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
with your pot and
Yeah,
this
no,
happening.
yeah, I understood. You don't. How did you find out about this?
there was an ogre raid in the area and I just happened to have been by.
Fair enough. Well, if nothing else, I'm sure that Merrington will be very grateful to you if we manage to recover the artifact.
So Golgana leads you guys through the endless tombstones of the rest, which is a very creepy graveyard sort of thing today because of all the rain.
Yeah.
It's starting to get sort of afternoonish, starting to get into evening because you guys arrived in town straight from traveling there. So now that the afternoon is starting to come in, there's a you can see that where you expect the graves to be that would have the helm buried there have recently been dug up, and you see a man shoveling dirt back onto the pile, and he looks up. He says, "Oh, visitors! Hello, welcome to my graveyard." He's like a hunched over man. He has like a long, scraggly beard, and his hair is parted right down the middle. It's long white hair that's parted straight down the middle.
Is he selling
Like
Buicks?
frames his face. What?
Is he selling Buicks?
No, I don't get that reference.
Oh, it seems like a car salesman.
Oh, kind of. But he's like hunched over and he's old, and you can see that he's pretty strong from digging.
Greetings, unsettling graveyard person.
Unsettling. I've never gotten that one before.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Creepy. I get a lot. My name is Ched.
Chad, you are creepy.
Well, you're foreign. If we're just pointing things out about people.
Yes, I am foreign.
Are you the caretaker?
Yes, I'm the Gravekeeper here.
Are you defiling these landmarks?
I'm undefiling them, thank you.
What happened?
Someone was digging up these graves the other night.
Did you see who?
Yeah, I managed to chase them off, but it looks like they already came for what they wanted. People love digging up these old graves in the hope there's something valuable down here. Some of those bandits from down south. Which are the ones? The ones in Merrington. The Sons of the Shipwreck, that's it.
Oh. What?
Looks like they came, they dug this grave up, and they got what they wanted, and they left.
Christine, I've been in the dungeons for a while. Are the Sons of the Shipwreck still a thing?
Yes.
Oh. We should do something about that.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
Okay.
How notorious were the Sons of the Shipwreck after the events in?
Not huge,
Local.
just around
Local.
Meriden. And this guy up in Haddock kind of knows who they are. They're like mostly right in that area in the bay.
Gotcha.
And which direct? So they headed back south.
Yeah, well, I just chased him off. I didn't follow him.
Which direction did they head?
South, that way, back towards the road.
All right.
That sounds like it might be something to follow up on later. Deal with those Sons of the Shipwreck.
Oh,
Maybe.
well, if you'll excuse me, my work here is just about finished. So this has been Grave Talk with Chet. Nice to meet you. He has like a mangled claw that looks. He actually both of his hands look like they've been broken and twisted.
Oh.
So like they almost so so they're at like weird angles. He says, "So it's great to meet ya."
So he's Richard III.
No, no, he's
Shakespeare
he's very creepy though, and his hands like look like they've been seriously broken, but he still manages to like do everything with them.
After he says grave time with Chet, I still look kind of disgusted, but applaud politely. Just like,
You
Let's
had a
go.
question?
I'm gonna see
All right.
myself.
Have his hands been broken recently, or does it look like it is something that has happened a long time?
No, it looks like it happened maybe months ago.
Okay. What? If you don't mind me asking, Chet, what's wrong with your hands?
Oh, bad accident. It adds to my charm.
Was it digging graves or?
What's your passive sense motive? Or what's the new sense motive?
Wisdom?
Insight.
Oh, insight. 11.
Okay. So yeah, it sounds like he's telling you the truth.
It's like, oh. Okay.
Our peoples know a little bit about mending wounds. Would you care for me to give a look?
Oh nope, they're fine now.
Chet seems perfectly happy. We can just
But I appreciate the offer.
look at him. He's fine. He's fine. Look at how happy he is.
He smiles and all of his teeth are gross.
See? All right.
Stacey leans over. He is creepy.
Yes, Stacey, let's go.
Do his hand? Okay. Never mind. That's
We're
a
out.
very meta question. I was gonna ask if his hands look backwards.
They kind of do.
Since
They kind of do, but not in that way.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Thank you for answering that.
Yeah.
Christine's a little more aware of that trait in people now. The backwards hands over shoulders.
All right. So you guys arrive back in town, where you were heading to the on top of the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Memories.
This place.
What?
Is this where we had the dinner?
This is where you stayed in Haddock.
Yeah.
Oh.
This
On
was,
top of the
this
cave.
was where Rasper had the drinking contest.
I thought that was outside of.
It was, but this is where we stayed that
This
night.
is where you stayed. You come to the inn. The innkeeper, he's just like cleaning up some things. It's a pretty busy night as the sun is sort of starting to go down. You can see that there are quite a few mammoth men here in the inn. They're sort of drinking. There's a bard playing his lute. He's playing some songs, some Northman songs. Yeah, do you guys want to sit down, or are you looking for whoever looks like they're in charge of the?
I'm looking for whoever looks like they're in charge.
Great. You see.
I'm also looking for whoever looks like they're in charge of the food around here.
I'll do that first.
Yeah.
Vel, you walk up to the innkeeper. The innkeeper's name is Arend.
Errand? All right. Hi, are you the innkeeper?
Yes, my name is Arend. How can I help you?
Well, have I got an
That
errand?
voice just happened.
Well, have I got an errand for you, sir? I'm hungry.
Well, what'll it be?
What do you got?
Well, we have a beautiful haddock stew. We have a pearl shaw swine pork pie. we have a collection of ciders and beers,
Okay.
and we have some bullywug delicacies.
Bullywug delicacy.
Yeah, insects mostly.
Okay. Everything you said before the cider and beer, I'll have that.
Okay, sounds great. I'll just find yourself a place to sit, and I'll bring it out to you.
All right.
Anything for where are you guys going? Are you
I walk up to just a random person wearing a mammoth.
okay? Aaron goes off to bring Bella's food. You walk up to this big man with his large beard, and he's drinking down some ale, and he's sort of like snarling. He looks like he's a few in.
Pardon me, sir, but
Hey, what can I do for you?
what creature do you have on your stomach?
He looks at you. He says, this is a mammoth, the mightiest of all God's creatures.
Oh, I thought the turtle was the mightiest of all.
Ha! The turtle? Our mammoths would crush that turtle. He'd step on it and break his shell wide open.
You don't know of the turtle of enormous girth,
What?
for on his shell he holds the earth.
Oh, you're one of those crazy South people that I hear about.
I pick up my totem staff and I put it on the table.
He like looks at it and he goes, Hey, we're trying to eat here.
And I rotate it from the bear side. I rotate on the other side as a turtle.
He goes, oh, yes, a turtle, very nice, very nice. He like eyes you warily, and he just like shifts and starts whispering to one of his friends, and just kind of like glares at you, sort of suspiciously. Sasek?
Sasek, he's gone with the bugs option and has now wandered up to Christine. He's eating them. He says, these are good. They remind me of sand beetles back home.
You join Christine mid-conversation with Albrecht Weissenbart, or Albert Whitebeard, in Aaron tongues, and you can see that they're sort of finishing up making acquaintances. Christine, it's been a very long time.
Yeah. What? Maybe almost 2 years? 3?
Yes, quite a while. He has you can see that he has a white beard. In fact, all of his family's hair are white. That's why they're called the Whitebeards. And he says, "Oh yes, congratulations on Marrenton.
Thank you.
What brings you all the way up here to Haddock?"
Well, we were. I'm checking in on all of their ogre attacks. And some other.
Yeah, we lost a couple of good men to those ogre attacks.
Yeah. What are you doing down here?
You don't know?
No.
Well, you'll understand duty and all that. That I'm supposed to keep what we're doing here a secret. But I have a feeling you probably know what it's about from your talks with your husband. Is that a problem? We were assured that the Fanged Coast would be friendly to Mammoth Shields.
They are friendly. It's just a matter of, I guess, what your plan of action is.
Well, right now my plan of action is just to keep. I have 60 men, and Klaus, my brother, he has 60 men here as well.
Right, I remember Klaus.
And they are they're probably just going to. We're just going to probably stay in the area until we receive other word.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Okay. 11.
You know that he has some ulterior motives that he's not talking, that he doesn't want to talk about, or that he thinks he can't talk about.
Great. Sasek is just going to say it right out loud. He speaks half truths.
He like listens. Who is this guy?
This is Isasek. He's He's from Syraxis.
Wow. Long way. You're not going to ask him what he's doing here?
Oh, I know what he's doing here. He told me.
Oh. Well, Christine, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to retire to my room. It's been a long day, and I would like to maybe get some of this rain off of me.
I just have one more question. After here, would you plan on going south, or would you plan on heading more inland?
Inland. I think that's the way that the wind blows these days. Good night, Christine.
Good night, Albrecht.
He bows and he goes to bed. Aaron brings out a huge plate of food for Vel. Sets it all down. There's some lovely pork pie.
I was like sat down and sort of like, you know how Marty McFly's clothes dry themselves?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's like what his robe does. Like, as he's like muttering arcane phrases.
It's like an ethereal voice that says, "Close dry."
Yeah.
I sit down. I sit down next to Vel, and I'll have 2 of those.
Well, right away, sir. And Aaron, he walks away.
You trying to prove something?
I'm a big
do you-
man.
Do you guys plan to stay the night
So you are.
Yes.
here at the inn?
Mhm.
Lovely. So you purchased some rooms. There's enough rooms for you guys.
Yeah.
Does anyone stay in room number 5?
Is it the only room available?
No, I was just curious. That's just
A
Jamie's.
Jamie thing.
This is Jamie's
Yeah.
room. He's just been in this room before.
I would. I think
Just because I'm curious, yes, I'm going to stay in room number 5
Okay.
because I just want to know if something happens. Phil's suspicious of what Jamie does in room number 5, so it's probably things best left undiscovered. But
Do people? Is the inn? I don't know. Is this type of establishment where they would like people would sleep on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
I opt to do that.
All right, you pull up a nice cozy spot by the fire because no one's willing to fight you for it. Excuse me. You take several large spots by the fire because no one's willing to fight you for them. As you are filled with pork pies and I like that you're a refrigerator.
Asasic gets his filling of bugs and turns in early. He's on an early regimen. I'll just say he like wakes up at like 4 every day.
Okay.
Maybe in time. When is Vel actually kind of? He's like meditating in the morning, isn't he?
yeah,
He doesn't sleep.
He doesn't sleep,
doesn't
so
really
he's always
sleep.
meditating. But
Yeah,
Which also means you don't dream.
true.
Oh, that's so sad.
You can't be contacted by the dream spell.
It's true.
I thought that was very
It
interesting.
is interesting. It's really interesting. Anyway,
So, yes.
in are we gonna stay the night then? Is that okay? So in some of the extra time I have, I'm gonna burn my 4th level spell slots, trying to continue what Vel's been researching at Merrington.
Oh yeah,
Which is
describe that.
which is basically casting the banish spell on himself repeatedly and trying to gain insight into other planes while he is banished.
So while you're banished, while you're banished, you find yourself like on an empty space, and the more that you kind of do this, you start to get better at shit. Like for that minute while you're there, you kind of have the ability to like shape it and sort of will stuff into existence, kind of building your own plane. The more you do it, the more you get familiar with your own particular
That's
pocket
right.
plane.
Yeah, like I try to make the bread bowl, but the spell always wears off right before I get to take a bite out of the bread bowl.
when you meditate for only a few hours, and then you wake up and have like several more hours,
I have
right?
4 hours basically. I meditate for 4 hours basically.
For continuity purposes, what time is it right now? Now that you're starting to do your like super early morning thing.
We'll just say like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Okay, great. Then
At 2 or 3 in the morning, Christine, give me a perception check. The night does not pass uneventfully.
What?
And the inspiration sleep point goes to.
That's 12.
Okay. Wonderful. Christine, you wake up, and surrounding your bed are three human-sized people. And the first thing that you notice is there's a clap of thunder that sort of briefly illuminates them. They all have tiger heads. Roll initiative.
16.
All right, you go first.
Great. I'm gonna grab my sword that lies next to my bed and swing it double-handedly at the first of the
Okay, great.
three. What is a
There's no like strength.
long sword double-handed?
It deals D10.
Great.
They deal a
Um,
die level up.
so
Unless they're intended.
22 to hit.
22 hits.
Great. Not expecting to
It's
use
two
this, so I'm
handed
gonna find a
weapon.
D10 in here.
Here.
Great.
Has to
Thank
have
you.
versatile properties.
11 damage.
Okay. Wonderful. You cut this guy across the stomach.
Great. Second attack. 20 to hit.
20 also hits.
10 more damage.
So how much was it total? The first one was
I don't know.
12
I think
or
so.
something?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was flipping pages while I was listening.
And
Okay,
then 10 more.
great. You cut him up a couple of times, and you can then see the other two. Then during their turn, they're gonna try and just they're gonna try to escape. They take withdraw actions to just like move around the sides and like climb out the window that you can now tell has been opened in the night.
Okay. Is the third one still on the ground?
You can see he's like knelt down. He's clutching his insides.
Okay. I'm gonna roll off the bed and kind of go to him. I'm gonna like hold him down on the ground and say, "Who sent you?"
You touch his head, and the head falls off, just onto the ground. It's like a sort of stuffed tiger's head. You realize it's like non-actual tiger.
It's okay.
It falls off,
It's like a
but
mask.
his body has no head, and he just falls down to the ground dead. I suspend combat.
By now, have the rest of us heard of this?
I think you maybe not downstairs. If Vel's awake, he certainly heard this.
All right.
He certainly heard some cries come from the other room.
Oop. I'm just gonna like try Christine's door pretty much as soon as I hear any commotion.
Did you have it locked?
Yeah, it's locked.
Okay.
Christine, are you okay in there?
Yeah, I run to the door. I unlock it. And I go back to the corpse with the. I also close the window. I look out the window to see if I can see them.
Give me a perception check at disadvantage.
That's the rain. 16 plus 19. 19.
At disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oh wow. You can see them, but you see them like sort of disappear into town around the corner.
They disappear around the corner in town. I'm doing it. Before you have a chance to shut the window, because the Sasek was there right next to Vel when they came in. He already saw you looking out the window.
Yeah.
He runs and sprints right out the window.
Give me an acrobatics check as you leap out the window.
Great. Okay. 25.
Yep. You shoot Trinity out through the window, and you're down on the ground. They probably have a maybe 60-foot head start. Give me a perception check at disadvantage. In the meantime, Vel, I assume you want to. You see a tiger's head on the ground.
Yeah, I was actually going to react to Asasic running out the window, and like, basically gonna run with him and go like, more?
2 more.
Okay, and then I'm gonna walk and look out the window, and I'm gonna pull out a tiny hourglass, look at Asasic, say some words, and set it on the window, and he's gonna be hasted.
Ooh. So I rolled a 12.
All right.
At disadvantage.
I'll
I would
give
have
them
had
some
it.
tide checks.
I would have had a 19.
One of them it disappears. One
Right.
of them you can't see, but you can still see one of them.
Great. He's barefooted.
Uh-huh.
Still in his sleep. Not really. He's wearing some clothes, but he's barefooted, running through the rain. with his staff,
Great.
sprinting after this guy.
He moves 60 feet.
He gets double movement, basically.
Also, I
yeah.
kind of haul ass too. I have a 40.
Yeah, he also has a
Oh,
natural 40.
Oh, so you're like.
I'm flying.
Oh my
like
god.
the rain seems to slow down.
So even if this guy was 60 feet away, even if he had a 60-foot head start,
Yeah, I'm 1/4
then
faster
he moves an additional 60 that puts him during his round at 120. You then move 80 feet. So then you're 40 feet away. He moves another 30. So you catch him after about 12 seconds.
So yeah, basically he hits the ground, the spell hits him, and he just goes.
There's like a small
Yeah,
shockwave as the rain is pushed because he's moving so fast.
Great. As soon as I catch up with him, Asasik whips his staff around and smacks him in
Great.
the back.
Give me an attack.
Great. Let's see.
Oh god, that's 80 feet not even running. You can double move.
11. Let
11.
me make sure I did haste right.
11, and he's going to use Fury of Blows.
Great, 11 misses.
He gets an additional action that he can use to
Oh, okay.
Right.
dash. So that's I assume he did.
So he gets a bonus attack. He tries again. I guess the guy's still like stumbling and running.
Yeah.
Should I reroll it?
Yeah, cock.
Caught on anything? Roll it.
Nat 20.
Oh, yeah.
27.
Give me that sweet double damage.
27. Alright. I think Fury Blow has been linking for bonus attacks. Sorry, 1d6. Oh, the quarterstaff. I'm double-handed, so 1d8. Yeah. Do one of you guys have a d? Nope, I got one. 2.
Well, you roll it twice.
Yeah.
Plus your strength modifier.
Oh, yeah, so
He uses dex.
Oh, plus your dex.
2 plus 4, so
That's
6. You roll twice?
Well, yeah,
my
because it's a critical.
Double
Oh, it's right. It's right. Okay, so
That was your second.
6, 10, 16, and you have to make a dex save.
15.
That makes it. So you're fine.
Okay.
But he also gets one bonus attack. He's gonna kick. He's gonna do a roundhouse kick.
Roundhouse kick.
Roundhouse kick
Oh god.
for 19.
19 hits.
Okay. What is 6? For 8 damage. Wait, no, just 4 damage. You don't. I'm not adding my dex
yes.
to your.
Yeah, because you're a monk.
Oh.
You're a monk.
So 8 damage.
You roundhouse kick him, and his tiger's head falls off. No head underneath. His body just crumples down to the ground.
Okay, great. Asasik is stunned for a second, and then goes up and grabs him. I don't know if it matters at all, but he can punch ghosts. He can touch things
Okay.
in the ethereal plane. But he's gonna grab the body and pull it close and examine it.
You guys are
Meanwhile-
both.
Yeah, we are also doing that.
Pretty much, I threw that spell at him. He shot off, and then I turned around and.
Look at that.
You guys are both looking at the bodies. I'll describe them both
Yeah.
at the same time. It looks like a humanoid body. Its hands are broken so that they appear to look backwards. And it looks like the head has been cut off.
Can I tell by what? Like a sword, an axe?
One of those.
Maybe necromancy. Although whoever did this has a really bizarre sense of humor, even for a necromancer.
Why? 'Cause it looks
Because they
like
reanimated a body and then put a stuffed tiger head on top of it to mess with you.
and broke their hands.
Also that. Or, I mean, that's just one hypothesis. They were just in your room?
I woke up. There were 3 of them standing at the foot of my bed. Grabbed the sword and swung
Okay.
down this one. The other 2 went out the window.
Well, hopefully Asazik is able to catch up to
Errand has come in, and he's dressed in his long nightshirt with his hat, and he has a lantern. He says, "Is everything okay in here?"
Aaron, someone attacked Lady Demarin in her sleep.
Oh, he looks down at the body and goes, "Whoa!" And you cut his head off?
No, it fell off.
It came pre-cut off. It's
It's fine.
maybe.
It's fine. Thank you, Aaron.
He sees the tiger head and he goes, "Whoa!
Yeah.
That's like he like looks around. Kumbhakarna.
Whoa,
Yes.
what? Okay, that's gotten to be public knowledge. Okay. Yes, it's good. Let's not try and cause a panic because it wasn't actually. Okay, I'm gonna go.
He's been all over the place.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He's been here for years.
You're talking about the gravedigger.
What?
No. No.
What?
Who's that?
Sorry, not the in the graveyard.
Ched?
Yes.
No. Not Ched. The monster with 21 faces.
Oh yeah.
I had assumed that was Kumbhakarna.
That's
Has this activity been going on?
Stopped a while ago. Maybe a few months ago. Back with all that devil stuff with Olengrad. But he must have come back down here. Because he's attacks have started back up again.
When was the last attack?
Last week. Killed a man, wife, and child while they slept. Tore him to pieces. Terrible.
Just want to look at the tiger head really quick again while this conversation's going on. Does it look like a real tiger's head, or is it like a
Like a
mock-up,
paper-mache.
like
Some kind of mock-up.
like a fake tiger head? Okay.
Like a ceremonial mask.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Bearing some kind of religious significance. And you notice all of this stuff too. As you inspect the body out in the rain.
Right.
Does their armor reveal anything about where they're from?
Simple leather. Could have been bought
No
anywhere.
maker's marks?
No.
All right. Yeah. Quick pat down to the body just to see if there's anything on it.
Just knives.
Knives. Ugh.
Actually, no, excuse me, there are no knives.
No knives.
No knives.
He's unarmed then.
Correct.
Non-head.
That's strange. There's not even any weapons on.
I assume the other was the same.
I'm gonna go back to the window and kind of look out after Azazek.
You can see him like well, maybe you can faintly make out
Yeah.
something going on out there.
But no, he's grabbed the fake head and he's walking back to the inn in the rain.
The previous attack of the family, where was that in town?
Oh, well, it was in their house, kind of on the outskirts. I'm just repeating gossip, but it's long since been cleaned up.
Okay.
Yeah, we took care of that. No worries.
Well, we'll be in the area for a couple of days. If you see or hear anything, I'm sure that we'll also be notified. But
I'll let you know.
thank you.
Is it all still at the window?
Yeah, I was just looking out kind of after you to see if.
Great.
I see you walking back.
Sasek is going to say, "Catch!" and just throw the head up to you.
Deck save.
11.
Yeah, you fumble and you catch it.
Great. And he's going to climb up the. It's actually just one story.
Yeah.
He's just going to climb up the one story, or try to. Should I roll?
Jump.
He has especially good climbing abilities and can climb at full speed.
Oh, let's see.
Okay, great.
It is a 2-story building, actually. It's not a
What do I roll for climbing? Is that a strength?
It's dexterity, acrobatics.
acrobatics.
probably
Oh, that's
is
right.
what
Or
you
athletics.
use.
That's right.
But probably-
Yeah, you can
Nine.
generally
Acrobatics
choose.
part, yeah.
13?
Yeah.
Okay.
You climb up the side.
Great. He climbs up
You
and
could have just come
ducks
in the
into
door,
window.
you know, as I turn back and set the head down next to the other head.
He says it would be improper in my state, and he's just covered head to toe in mud. He's covered head to toe in mud and like stuff from the run.
Well, I'll go warm up a bath for you. See you later. And Aaron walks out.
And then Vel just like quickly goes. And the mud just all jumps off.
All the way onto the walls.
There.
Again, Asasik is totally shocked. Prestidigitation is far beyond
It's the
his
best.
knowledge. He says, Skyfather.
All right. Well, now you should at least feel better about walking around in here. And Vel is going to start just like pulling armor off of the body that's in here and looking for any, like, I don't know, looking in his armpit and stuff for any weird marks or anything. Yeah, probably fruitlessly, but
He looks. If you found the corpse in a different circumstance, you would just have just assumed it was a regular person.
Alright, well, last ditch effort, and then I'm going to just take a moment. Like, you might want to ask around town, and I'm going to ritualize. I'm going to draw a circle around it, and I'm going to ritualize detect magic on it.
You do detect strong. I guess it's necromantic energy. Not like a raised dead spell, but some kind of dark presence.
Okay. The crystal I set on it starts to glow sort of a black light color. Like, oh no.
What was?
This is very strong necromancy, just like I hypothesized. So these were actually corpses that attacked you, Christine.
Great.
Got a necromancer with a very sick sense of humor and a very creepy gravedigger.
Okay. Can we deal with this in the morning?
Yes, that would probably be best. What would you like to do with the body for now?
I don't know. Just get it out of here, burn it or something. I don't know. How do you dispose of enchanted corpses?
I mean, the magic appears to have been pretty much expired at this point. Maybe. Oh, it could be back up. We should really get rid of this thing. Alright, well...
Just do it, please.
You want me to light it on fire in your
Not
room?
in here. No.
Alright, it's raining outside, so this could be difficult. Asasic,
I will help.
give me a hand.
Asasic just, he's a young lad. He just takes the weight of the whole guy and
Oh, thank you.
just carries him over.
All right, you take it outside and what?
Actually, let's take it to the graveyard quickly.
The big graveyard?
Oh, is that far away?
It's an hour or so away.
Oh, okay, never mind. Asasic, let's... Never mind. Bring it to my room.
In my head, Bill just catapults it like. Just like ditches it.
I don't have a high enough spell slot left to shoot something that big.
Just chuck it into the ocean, like, alright.
Just get rid of it, okay.
Give it to the great turtles.
To your room?
Yeah, yes. That will be fine till morning.
He has kind of a frown face on. He's confused. To your room.
Disposing of it right now will be too difficult, so just leave it on the floor in there. Plus, it might not hurt for me to poke at it a little bit more, right?
I
I'll smiles
suppose
weekly.
not. He have we made it as far out as outside?
I think we made it to like
the end of the stairs or something.
Yeah, the end
okay,
of the
great.
stairs.
He just turns around and dumps the body back in your room with it's like crumpled and
The rest of the night passes uneventfully. There's really nothing much more from poking around that you can glean from.
Yeah, I'm just being meticulous, and also didn't want to try burning a body in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Yeah, fair enough. You all wake up in the morning. You're all well rested.
right.
All right.
Val has a little less extra time in the morning because you have to sleep for like 2 hours because you.
Yeah, I don't know actually because the rest was interrupted. I don't.
You do get your spells back. You just have to meditate for a little bit more time.
Yep.
Gogana, you wake up fine. You're feeling rested.
Is it still raining?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And what time did
Maybe 2 o'clock or so.
Oh, it's
This
not,
all happened?
It's not late. Oh no, it was 2 a.m. Is it like I wanted to have Asasic go out in the rain and do his morning training routine.
Of course. You're the best.
Sun and shine.
No one's ever gonna get you down.
I thought it was.
That's right.
I am the tiger.
It's all of those together, but in gigaflation. So
You realize now we have to write a gigaflation language, and we have to do a music video recording of.
it's happening.
Yeah.
Great. So he got up early to do that.
Okay.
Now he's walking back inside.
You do your morning calisthenics. Yes, lovely. To the forest?
To the forest. Let's go find some
Um,
ogre encampments.
Christine, do you want to address your nighttime assailants, or just progress further to the forest today?
Let's do the forest first. And, I don't know, maybe we'll get some answers. As weird as it was, I'm not overly concerned. It could be a number of things, but until I have more information on it, there's really not much I could do besides wander.
Okay. Good. Then let's get. There's another body out here. Let's just let the town guards know where the bodies are, and you can dispose of them.
It's a simple matter. You just
Yes.
let the town guard know that you were attacked in the night. They go, oh yeah, there's been a lot of those lately. We're glad you cut them down.
Yeah.
With the tiger heads? And the broken hands?
Oh yeah.
How long has that been going on?
At least that's rumor. Maybe the last couple of months.
Evil necromancy is killing people. We need to do something about this.
Okay. I'll put it on my list, though.
Well, maybe every time they attack you in the night, you can move it up a little bit.
You guys head out into the forest. Gogana, it's a simple matter to lead them sort of in this direction, but you do know that it's ogre territory, so you're maybe moving a little bit slower, keeping a low presence. Give me a perception check. What do your eagle eyes see?
So it's no disadvantage on perception, at least based on sight.
Oh,
Really? Damn.
I was trying to look and see if it was just while raging, but it's not.
So you
But it's only a 12.
your eyes cut through the rain. No, it's you're looking for ogres, man. You see yep, they're not hiding well. They have 6 and 5.
No ogre ninja.
They are not hiding, but you can see that there's a small ogre encampment to it's a ways into the forest, but it's by a overturned obelisk. And you can see that these are big ogres. They're lumbering around. It looks like they've made a small camp here around this obelisk, and they're covered in blue tattoos. But the obelisk is about where the key should be.
I
Yes.
have found there's a small group of ogres off in the distance,
Okay.
but they guard the place we're going.
They
How
do?
many?
Okay.
Two.
Too many.
Too many?
No, two. Sorry,
many.
two. I
There
meant
are too many.
There are too many ogres. The number 2.
So there are two ogres.
Yes, there are 2 ogres.
Gotcha.
Okay. Should we try to go through them or around them?
Around would probably be best. If they yelled, they could attract more attention.
Good point. Okay.
The Sasek is going to start moving a little bit further ahead of the group, since he is so stealthy.
Okay.
He doesn't have the view distance maybe you do, but he's harder to detect.
I say, so could you perhaps scout ahead? Vel, do you know what the key would look like?
I have no idea. It's probably It could be anything from something that's literally shaped like a key to, I don't know, a living ogre whose genetic code is wired to decode. It could be anything.
Okay.
I don't necessarily know what genetic codes are, but
May-
that's the gist.
Maybe just scout ahead and see what you see and report back. Maybe get some more detail on what's happening.
Yes, I tell it. I will do this thing, and he bolts off.
Give me. Did you already make a stealth check?
No, not yet.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
I know my way around the forest. I'm
That
going
is
to
a
join him,
Okay, perfect.
and I have no problem keeping up.
14.
Oh.
14.
Okay.
20.
Ooh,
All right. So you guys are stealth through the forest.
awesome.
You arrive at the ogre clearing. You can see the ogres. They have like their collection of small things and their like clubs. One of them has a big tree branch. The other one has what used to be the main beam of an inn or a similar size house that he now wields as a club. And you see that they're like kind of lazing about. They have. Do either of you guys speak giant? No. All right. However, Gogana, since you're from this area, you recognize the tattoos on. You can see one of the tattoos on their back, and the tattoo. I want to make sure I say this right. The tattoo on one of their back says Zolkuchka. You recognize it as Zolkuchka, which appears to be the name of an ogre or something. You guys hear on the far side of the clearing as you're like watching them for a second. You hear a click, like of a twig snapping from something, and you see one of the ogres basically sort of blink across the clearing, like in this ozone smell, as they like go, as they like blink across, and the ogre's like standing there, so they can like do some minor teleportation.
Oh my god!
Ooh.
These are not ordinary ogres.
Can we?
When he does this, no, you guys are too
No.
far away.
Great.
But when he does this, you can see all the tattoos light up.
Can I see this as well? Or
Yes,
is it-
you guys
okay,
both can see it.
Great.
They are branded by some
Zolkuchka.
Zolkuchka.
Skies.
Dark skies, indeed. You
Um,
also notice that on the obelisk, it appears to be a safe box with a little turny dial.
In the obelisk?
Uh-huh. The obelisk is cracked and moved over, probably from an ogre punching it out of rage, but it looks like it's still intact there on the ground.
Isaac is gonna start scooting back. I'll let them know, and he's gonna run back to you guys and kind of tell you guys, explain as best he can what he saw. They move in a second with a flash of light.
Interesting.
What does that mean?
They have some kind of magic. I know I'm an expert.
Bell is wise.
The tattoos imply that maybe it's not their magic, but that they were imbued with it by someone else. Bottom line, we're gonna have to teleporting ogres is probably not convenient to fight. You said there was an obelisk.
Yes, with a dial in the center.
Well, that does sound sort of like what we might be looking for. You want to try and negotiate with some ogres?
Sure. Can you speak ogre?
Yes. All right, I'm gonna go negotiate with some ogres. Everybody, be cool. As I start, sort of timidly trudging that direction.
All right.
All right.
I just love that you guys are like super fast running through the forest.
Yeah.
I still can't get over that.
That's awesome.
So you're just gonna walk into the clearing with the ogres?
Yep.
So you walk into the clearing. Are you guys all walking, or
I'm walking.
I think I'm still off.
okay? Are you guys still hiding in the?
I'm gonna join back up with Ugana.
Oh, Gogana, you've been there. You've been watching this the whole time. Okay,
Yeah.
great. So while they're gone and while they're talking, you see the ogres. They just kind of like they move about. It looks like they're maybe the rain is bothering them, and you can see that he's like trying to like he picks up a tree and he like moves it like a small tree, and he moves it to like try to give him some like some shade, but in shaking it, he just gets more water on him, and he throws it aside, and then he'll blink over to try to find a dry spot. So they like are frequently just like so they can blink. The smell of ozone each time.
My friend, has anything changed as he pushes up?
You like rip one out of the ground, or is like
It's a small tree.
Okay.
You like try to use it as an umbrella. Yeah.
They are very strong, and they keep. Do they do it willingly, or is it?
It looks like they do it willingly.
Okay.
Do you think they could be reasoned with?
Well, we didn't go with them, did we?
Oh,
No.
I figured we would start heading towards them.
Well, they're hiding.
We're off on the side.
Oh, you guys haven't reported it back yet?
No.
He reported back.
He did.
Reported. Isasic has reported,
And then-
but Gogana didn't leave.
Okay.
And then
And Isasic has joined back up with
ran
Gogana.
back.
So Isasic, give me a new
Stealth.
hide check.
Great.
So it's just the two of you walking.
Oh,
in.
you rolled a
Super high.
Great.
Super sky high. Almost a 20.
Okay. Yeah, as we do that, I'm just gonna walk out into the clearing. Like,
You guys see Vel walk into the clearing. The ogres both. Actually, what's your base? If you take a 10, what's sort of like your passive stealth?
my passive stealth.
Yes.
I guess no proficient. I guess it would be 12.
Great. They don't immediately pay you any mind.
Huh.
One of them turns over to you, and he like snips your direction. Christine, where are you?
I'm like right before the clearing entrance, so like I'm in the tree line still.
Great. So you guys are kind of in the tree line. You're in the tree line. Val's in the
I
clearing.
regret walking out like this now.
One of so one of the ogres. There's a white ogre and a pink ogre. One of the and I refer to white and pink based on the based on their not just their tattoos, but also they have some like paint on them.
Oh, okay.
Paint and dirt. One of them looks like maybe it's like a white ash, and one of them is sort of like a pink red, like maybe a red stone mixed with the ash. And he, the white one, kind of turns to you and starts sniffing through the rain, and says like, "What you?"
Vel. How you doing?
He's gonna eye you.
Eye
you up and down.
In not smashing.
Elf.
That depends.
The other one like turns his head at the word elf and goes, "Elf."
Maybe.
The pink one walks towards the white one and go, "Me want taste of tasty elf," and then like,
nope, elf not taste good. Start slowly walking backwards.
give me a bluff check.
All right.
Charge.
I rolled 9 on my bluff check.
Yeah.
So.
Charge too.
Yes.
All right,
I'm there.
Rah! Let me see some charges.
Negotiations have failed.
Gogana, you actually are first on the initiative order, so I'm just gonna go through.
Charge.
That's what your 22.
That's what that's
is.
for.
So go ahead and let's go ahead and do that.
So I'm rushing forward. I'm not so happy about them tearing a tree out of the ground. So it upsets me deeply.
Rage. He's a tree guy.
Swing.
Right. Right. Underground rage reason.
18 to hit. To charge forward.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm holding my
The
staff.
white one or the pink one?
The one that said tasty elf thing.
Oh, that would be the pink one.
Perfect.
The pink one's a little bit farther
So
away.
I hold the staff, and it's always like the base. The base is always the bottom, so I like swing it up.
Okay.
18, and then this is gonna be one big clobber to the bottom of the chin. 19.
That also hits. Oh wow. Oh, that's a beautiful pile of dice.
Yeah, he's got that great maul. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with 14, 26.
Oh! Tell me what it looks like.
So I'm just, you break tree, and I like lift, and I'm just.
How about do that one more time, but instead of the breaking tree being the reason for your rage, let's see it one more time, but this time it is protecting your new friend Val that is your reason for the rage. And see if that, just for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you'll have a little bit more emotional help.
Not the elf.
That's better.
That's better.
And you boom, hit him back, and some blood flies up from his mouth. It deals like a very serious blow to him. You can see that he's already starting to bruise on this entire like upper part of his body, and he like staggers back and he like looks at you confused how such a funny human could hit with such incredible strength.
Well, he did just get hit with a refrigerator.
Yeah. A refrigerator just hit him. Val, you're up now.
Phil's going to, as soon as he jumps out and smacks one ogre, Phil's going to stop backing away and be like, let's see who's tasty now. And he's going to throw like a couple of sticks of bacon and say a bunch of things. Give me a wisdom save.
Oh, Lord. 2!
He turns into a tiny piglet as I polymorph him.
Is that, do you want to move?
Huh?
Is that your...
That was my action, but...
Okay, the tiny piglet like is rooting around. He's confused.
Yeah, so he gets all of the...
Stats of a pig?
Stats of a pig. He keeps his personality, I guess, but not his intelligence necessarily, so he's not like sentient, per se.
Okay.
Mostly he can just act like a pig.
Is that permanent?
No, it lasts up to an hour.
But he receives
As long as I
damage.
concentrate.
Do you ever need to
Damage of a
smuggle
pig.
someone?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could easily like turn someone into a mouse or someone and smuggle them
No, the
somewhere.
thing is that the damage is that if he receives the damage of a pig, then he turns back into an ogre.
Correct. It's
Okay.
yeah.
I say, Sick, you're up. The ogre, the big ogre, was that the pink ogre or the white ogre?
It was the one that he didn't hit, so the white one.
Okay, the white one. So he's a pig. So the pink one is confused, but he like looks over at the pig and goes,
Oh, please.
I say,
Let this happen.
I say, Sick, you're up.
Problem solved.
So bad.
Get away from this.
Oh.
Asasik stops in his tracks in the rain. He was going for the the white one, I think. And then upon turning into a pig, it takes him off for a beat. Then he turns and he runs to the pink one.
The pink one, great.
And he's going to use a stunning strike.
A tiny piglet.
Yeah.
I don't think I can hurt it.
So
Go ahead, stun me.
stun strike. I think you just have to roll a con save.
You have to hit me first, I think.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Do I add the stunning strike to a?
Yeah, I think it's just as part of a hit.
Okay, great.
If my understanding.
I might not have all the
is
details
correct.
written down here. Okay. 19, 20. 23
Yep, hits.
something, 2.
Yep.
Great. So I'm going to try that stun.
Okay.
So roll your con save.
Oh. Okay. 11.
Fail. You are stunned.
Tell me what your stunning strike looks like.
Great.
He's like nursing his huge bruise.
He twirls a staff, and just upon impact, you see a flash of light roll up the staff, and at the same time as the light carries to the top of the staff, it strikes the ogre's face.
He like puts his hands over his eyes as he's stunned. So he's stunned.
Does that also do damage?
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
the-
because it's a strike.
All right.
Oh, wow, I'm incapacitated.
11.
11 damage. Okay, wow. Yeah, he you strike him, and he like it's his turn now, and you can see he just like sways as he's like gripping his head. He goes, "Oh, why tasties hurt so bad?" and the other one is a piglet, and goes, and like starts to like run towards the tree line. Christine.
Bell, is that permanent?
Nope.
But he's running away.
Yep.
I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna turn to the pink one that's still there. I'm gonna critical.
Oh boy. All right.
I feel really bad for this.
Whoa.
Wait, which one are you?
For the pink one.
The one that's.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm letting the white one go.
Oh, yeah, right.
He's running
He's a
away.
piglet. Yeah. No, that sounds. I'd probably do the same.
Yeah.
He's a piglet.
I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with him either.
Oh Lord.
Nate. So.
Poor ogres.
26.
Tell me how he goes down.
I mean, I guess so. He's going with his eyes, and Christine just goes and just straight into the heart, and just hits just right, and just goes down.
Ogre falls backwards. He's out for the count. He's dead.
I feel bad.
The piglet continues to root around. We would be back up at the top with Golgana.
I have no qualms with this pig.
All right, lovely, Val.
I still have some qualms with the pig. I'm gonna kind of walk over and try and pick it up. All right.
He'll try to get out. No, he doesn't.
Okay.
He's a tiny piglet.
Gotcha. All right. Should have turned him into a teacup pig. It was a little bigger than.
He's slightly bigger than that.
Damn. I don't know what to do with this. This will turn back into an ogre as soon as I stop concentrating on this spell. Thoughts?
Put it in something.
Ooh, that's dark. This spans crushes. Ooh.
Or we could let him go and just go. Hopefully, figure out the obelisk before he turns, and if we do, then we'll deal with it when we get back. If we don't figure it out, and he turns back, then we deal with him then.
I'm fine with that. Remember this. Yeah. Smack it with the bottom of my staff.
Scampers in the forest.
I feel bad for whatever predator tries to eat him.
Me too.
That is probably something that happens as an ogre like pops the pig into his mouth, takes a bite, and then the other ogre expands, like ripping his head off.
Oh man. Yeah.
In the meantime,
Yeah.
I'm canon that. That happens a little bit later,
Right.
but it'll happen in a few minutes. In the meantime,
I'm gonna keep concentrating on that, but walk over to this obelisk. Actually, I'm gonna walk over to the dead ogre first.
great.
And look at its tattoos.
You see the same kind of markings. You can see that it has some maybe words or letters in giant.
What did it say?
Do you speak giant?
Yeah.
Zolkuchka.
Oh.
It's a name.
Oh. Oh right. Zokuchka.
Zolkuchka.
Is that a name? Though?
You
Some of
know-
the.
You know what
Golgana,
Zokuchka is?
Golgana, you do know who Zukuchka is. It is a ogre. It's like an ogre witch who lives in the forest.
Is that a name or is that a type of name? Oh,
No, that's the name.
That's a name,
Zolkuchka is her
okay.
name.
There is weirding ogre in the area named Zoguchka.
Interesting. Looks like she's branding her followers or something with some really advanced conjuration magic. That blink at will thing was pretty impressive. I wonder if I could. Well, tattooing myself can come later. Let's have a look at this obelisk.
Great. You guys gather. Oh, go ahead.
Is it too heavy to like lift?
The ogre corpse?
No, the
Obelisk?
obelisk.
Oh, yeah. It's like a big, think like a tiny Washington Monument. It's maybe about 9 feet tall, but the top half is snapped off. That's the one with the
Dial on
with
it.
the dial on it. It's too heavy to lift. I think anyway. It's probably like 1,000 pounds.
Let's
Or
walk
more.
over, pick up my ruined strips of bacon from the ground.
You guys gather around the obelisk. It looks like a simple combination lock.
Okay. think I've seen a lock like this before. Knock. Should we try to open it then? I guess.
How high does the numbers around it go?
It goes like to 100.
Oh, okay.
You could maybe.
I'm gonna just like
break
twist it around and listen to it.
Great. Give me a. Oh, what is it? Give me a sleight of hand.
Oh, okay. 8.
You play around with it for a minute. It doesn't sound like you can do it.
I got nothing.
Can you use the door knocker to open it?
Door. Oh, from. Wait, did this door have a knocker?
Well, the expanding lock.
Oh, my door knocker, not Farnsworth's door knocker that doesn't exist. Yeah, give me.
You guys want to give it a try? In the meantime?
Sure. Asasic will take out the oil of etherealness, and he's going to just unplug the top and press the top, with the hair of it to the obelisk edge, and look at it.
Great. Yeah, I'm gonna let this happen. It as you sort of like paint it on there, it is transporting that thing to the ethereal plane. So you can like
just see it wavy.
So I guess applications of oil of etherealness just shot through the roof.
He's going to start upon seeing that it's working. He's going to use the rest of it and start.
All right, you pour the rest of it on to sort of smooth it over the top, and you can sort of start to see through as the ozone smell it permeates the area. You can see the inside of the little vault. Inside, you can see. Oops, one more page. Inside, you can see what looks to be a single, like a chime. 2 dripped globes and a pair of slippers.
Do they look comfortable?
Great. He reaches in and starts. He starts pulling things out, and he's gonna just hand them all to Val.
Okay.
As he's like, digging in.
Okay. Yeah.
You've used the rest of the oil to coat this thing.
No, just a question.
Yeah.
I think he can still willfully punch things in the ethereal plane.
Yes.
So he could interact with the surface of the.
Yes.
If he chose to. But he's not forced to, right?
I believe
Your
so.
fists count as magic weapons, but yeah.
You know how to magically.
The idea is that you are infusing your limbs with ki.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
So you need to deliberately do that in order to. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Cool. All right. Well, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, you didn't use all of that, did you? I might need some of that later for.
There's a little
something.
left.
Okay.
There's maybe a half dose left.
He puts the topper on and hands that to you as well.
Okay, thank you. That's not leaving my sight from now on. Yep, good. Okay. Well, we have about 40 or 50 minutes until that ogre is not a pig anymore. What do you want to?
Let's head back to town.
Okay, yeah, and we can examine these there. They kind of tuck them in my coat to prevent them from getting wet.
You head back and you find yourselves a warm fire by the inn on top of the cave, and you sit by the fire and it's very warm. The crowd hasn't come in yet, so it's actually really peaceful, and it's that feeling of being nice and cozy inside when it's raining outside. You want to examine the stuff?
Yes.
I assume you throw some identify spells its way.
Yeah, identify spells, arcana checks, whatever needs to happen.
I'll tell you what they are. It's a special chime of opening that works on a cave. It's the right frequency.
Well, this looks like what we're looking for.
You chime it and it'll open the cave.
It goes on the table.
The drift globes they're like glass spheres about this big that you sort of like throw up in the air and they provide light and they like follow you.
Ooh.
There's 2 of those, and there is a set of slippers that are slippers of spider climb.
Ooh.
It looks like a little spelunker's kit.
Okay.
Oh. That is very cool. I'm just gonna magical items that are Splunker's kit. That's really cool.
I like that. That's great.
I
Not only do these slippers look very comfortable, but I'm pretty sure they'll let me walk on walls. Or
Great.
you walk on walls, I guess, if that's your thing.
Not really.
Asasic, without saying anything, he's going to show interest in
Do
the
you want
collapse. As soon as he's just climbing on a wall, he goes, and then he keeps his mouth shut, respective.
Do I see this?
Yeah. He's a kid. He's just like,
I say, do you want to try them on?
Yes.
Go ahead.
That would be.
Okay.
He takes them on. He's gonna put them on. He just has a big, stupid smile.
All right, now try that wall over there.
Okay. And he's gonna walk over to just the wall of the inn and take one step up the side. How does it work? Do they stick on? Does
you just have it. You have
shift?
no. It's like there's spider climbs. So.
Are they gloves? You said?
No, slippers.
Slippers. Okay.
They just let him like Spider-Man around, or
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
they let you
perfect
walk. They give
sticking.
you a climb speed. They let you walk on walls as if you were climbing. So they're like there's like spider web underneath it, and it lets you like climb
Oh, so
around
just-
like the super sticky.
Oh, awesome.
It gives you. I think it literally they just give you climb speed of 30 feet,
yeah.
Oh,
or
Oh.
maybe equal to your speed or something. I'll have to look it up.
I already had climbing speed of 40 feet. So maybe.
So maybe you don't need those.
Well, climbing speed is different than being able to climb.
Yes, I've got climbing speed.
Oh, you just have a
took
climb
Did
speed?
you take the feet that makes you
Yes.
super fast? Okay.
I can climb. My climbing does not have my speed.
Okay, right.
Oh, so
You're
normal climb speed would be.
Right. Climbing does not, so you can climb at 30 feet, but this gives you a climb speed of 30 feet, which is sort of like in the way that you can swim versus having to swim speed.
Oh, that's
So this
amazing.
means you
Oh,
can
yeah,
basically
right.
just like stand, you don't have to make checks, you can just
Yeah.
go up stuff.
It's like walking.
Yeah.
You're like, yes.
That's why Josh faced before his AC. Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. It looks like this is probably Haddock's kit for exploring the cave or something. Here, you should probably take one of these globes and share this amongst yourselves, I guess. Does your weird
It lights up and it'll like follow you around.
does your weird eye thing let you see in the dark?
Yes,
Oh,
a little bit.
Sasek, you take this.
I like to think that he started to hand it to both of us,
Yeah.
and I just put out his hands, and then Yogana just took it,
Mine!
and then looked and like gave him the stink eye. Put his hands.
Sort it out amongst yourselves.
I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. You
Yeah.
have a way to get into the cave now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next time, cave time.
No, actually.
No.
No, I'm gonna interrupt you.
Oh, excellent.
But questions, comments, concerns?
Man,
That's
so
fun.
much happened. So much setup.
Gravekeeper.
There's a lot going on in Haddock. Holy crap.
Yeah. Like,
Gravedigger, totally off the seat of my pants.
Really?
Not Pratt.
Yeah, I had a
great.
feeling, but he was hilarious.
Needed
So
to
that
get
was
some
great.
information out about grave robbing.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was just a moment. I don't know if it was even intentional, but the way your character said Haddock as Haddock made me start thinking about all this
Oh.
conlang shit, and I was like, yes, there are 3 characters, Ha, Da, Ka, and sometimes you pronounce half of them, and I was like, oh my god, I'm way too deep for this. God, real quick.
Like the camera just zooms all the way to Josh's eye, and there's like colors everywhere, and nut letters
Yeah,
flying
but
around.
I'm right there. I'm right there with him. I'm super.
Three characters, Ha, Da, Ka.
I'm super nerdy into the whole conlang stuff, so I'm totally interested in all that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Great.
I thought that the door, Haddock's door, was incredibly cool.
Yeah, I liked that a lot. That was
Like how it's a map.
Many of my choices this whole time came from thinking about who is this. Who is let's see, what's his full name? Who is this?
Haddock.
Albert J. Haddock.
No, he's
Haddock.
Suraxin. So he's Haddock Contro.
Oh, right.
And sort of like what he would do and how do you, because he obviously like set all this up so that he could like go back and forth into this cave, but so other people wouldn't. But then he got sat on.
Right.
So sat on by an ogre, which I don't remember if that's official or not, but I'm gonna make it official. So yeah, the door map was fun. And I wish maybe I would have drawn it a little better so you guys could have figured it out without the.
No, it was one of those things where it was really obvious once I got that clue.
Once it's revealed. But those are always the best mysteries.
They are. I kind of wish I caught it when we saw it.
Can I see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the turtle was super cool.
Oh yeah, the turtle. Was
The turtle language, or turtle voice.
I enjoyed turtle voice.
Yeah, that's so cool. You get to cast those spells, especially as a barbarian, because that's the kind of thing that like you wish you could do and you feel like you could do as a barbarian, but I like that it gives it to you here, especially with the ritual casting, where it doesn't give you spells, but it gives you the ability to talk to animals.
It was fun. It was fun because there's moments I wanted to see happen, and then like they were hit. Every checkpoint was checked where it was just like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just bathing.
Dude, oh man, I love playing dumb characters. It's so fun because like they're
need to make a dumb character.
You don't have to. There's
totally
no pressure. There's no pressure.
Their mind is working at a different level.
I thought that the tribe of the wolf was a really cool setup. Like that. The wolf, because like the different there's 3 different totems and you can either pick one and go through all 3, or you can pick the 3. I'm actually starting to like rebrand them because like I like the turtle more than I like the bear, but what the bear gives is the turtle, so there'll be more.
I'm sure you could just reskin that.
So you've replaced the bear totem with the turtle totem.
Kind of. Yeah.
I like that.
Moorish Greybar had a freaking mole totem or something, and that's what let him dig. So like, it's pretty easy to make up new animals and keep them
I
balanced.
like turtle totem. I like turtle barbarian because obviously it's for defense stuff. Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's great because
Yeah,
a turtle
it'd be easy to reskin the bear one too.
and everyone worships turtles.
Yeah, it's a huge thing.
They're
Hell,
awesome.
I worship turtles.
Sea turtles.
Everyone, right?
Sea turtles.
Thanks for letting the oil fly.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
super fun.
I don't know if that worked.
That was cool.
I was just gonna have someone pick it, but then you're like,
None
I'm
of us
gonna oil
have
this
it.
shit, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know
Right.
if I don't know.
I guess
if,
would have been like, what year was Haddock founded? Which we might or might not know.
oh
Yeah, I was wondering if there was like a
number
clue
to do.
somewhere as to what the combination was.
no, I was just
my
looking for a
first
roguish
instinct-
type.
It's hard to throw a dumb character once you get trained into it, because my first instinct was to hit. Because we were all standing around this dial, and I just wanted to smack it.
Those Rasper instincts are still strong. I see.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah,
Somewhere. Somehow.
Rasputin's in Haddock right now too.
Is he really?
That's right.
Yes.
Actually, he is.
He probably isn't by the time this airs, but at the time of
Yeah.
the time of this recording,
He's just
Oh,
one
man.
in another.
he's fighting an ogre himself.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that ogre doesn't teleport.
We're in like a weird parallel thing. Or
The Albrecht stuff.
Oh yeah, that was.
It's coming.
It's coming, and
yeah.
I don't know what
Oh,
to do.
dude, yeah.
I have to make a pro-con list. I wrote it down. It's like, make pro-con list. Do I defy or do I not?
Yeah, it's
Who do I
coming.
side
Half the
with?
reason for this whole like town method with the arms and stuff is that it's going to lend itself pretty well to if we ever do get into a war scenario.
Yeah.
We'll be able to sort of just do that really cleanly and easily.
Need to quickly become self-sufficient.
The problem with playing a dumb character is that I like to think that I'm not dumb, and it's just like, oh wait, so there's resource management, and then you know, just like my character would be like, give it pig. But I'm just like, oh no, if we move it over there, and then if it, okay, so they're coming in from there.
Well, you
just-
might have some. You might have some wisdom.
Yes,
You might have some wisdom involved that
Come at
maybe
it
not
from a
all the
different-
numbers, but and that might be something that you're interested in, and you might be able to help Christine Pamela out, who I know is having a stressful time making sure everyone stays fed, and I know that the KC machine would love to analyze that. So I'll have to give you guys will have to talk about those rules.
Yeah. I also love that with Albrecht, we just had like basically a silent conversation where we danced around a topic.
Right, which
And
is
but like we both knew exactly
the
what each other was
conversation
talking
is
about.
you are preparing to go to war with the Eastern.
Yeah. It's like
Or with the Sioux Easters now.
yeah, it's like, in which direction are you headed? It's like, oh, okay, so you're not going to come through here, you're just going to go straight over.
Nope. And your job would be, in their scenario, would be probably to prevent anyone else from coming north. on this coast.
Oh, I saw that from a completely different light, where it was like, are you heading east or south? And it was just like, if they head south, are they like invade? It was like he's just trying to maintain a hold on your area. Like I don't know. That was just a weird.
Yeah, well, that's a good thought. Is like, are they feeling anxious? Anything else?
Well, they are.
The ambient sound.
Anything from you, Val?
Not really. I feel sort of weird and detached right now. So
yeah, I was gonna say, I haven't played with Vel in
a while. Vel is taking a little bit of a.
Is he like bitter?
He's grouchy right now.
A little bit.
Yeah.
He's trying to fix too many. He is trying to solve all the problems.
I think he's starting to get very frustrated because especially like now it felt like, oh well, I'm trying to focus on the 50 problems I have in Merrington. But yeah, let's go out and help Christine open a tourist attraction in Haddock. And like she explained it well enough, and it was like, okay, fine, I probably should be out here. But that sort of chain of thought at the beginning there was something I was playing with.
It's like that. I mean, I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to the cave so we can get treasure, but we're not gonna like share it with you. Like it's like you don't say that. It's like, we're trying to rebuild a community.
Right.
You're basically running a presidential debate. Like it's like you never answer the question. You just kind of dance around it.
Well, I just thought I don't know if it's become part of their relationship, but like the back and forth between Christine and Vel is just like, has that always been there, or is that like
It's
is
new.
that a product?
It's new.
It's
It's
a product
new
of
in the
her
last
being in
couple
charge of
episodes.
this.
Vel is the new Lancer.
Vel kind of became the Lancer for this scenario.
Where it used to be like sort of a Rasper
Jamie
Jamie kind of a thing. Vel has sort of like stepped into that role now. He's like, no, these are what our priorities should be.
Yeah.
I want to know what Vel, because it seems like a lot of Vel's priorities are things that take place in his workshop,
Yes.
which sort of makes it. I was trying to think of like some Vel adventures,
Yeah.
but it seems like a lot of his stuff is private in his workshop, which is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out. We'll have to talk because I want to figure out a way for Vel to do something that's proactive.
Totally.
That is, that we isn't in the
I'm sure
workshop.
we'll come up with something.
I think there's definitely some things now. Certainly after this session.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, just gotta say, the tiger heads and the broken hands, cool.
I mean, it's weird when I just like pop up here and have to decide a reason why Vel decided to like come to Haddock. Which is why I sort of started this way. It was like, well, he probably came to Haddock just because Christine asked him to come to Haddock. Whereas like if we had gone back to Cromer, I have a lot of reasons to go back to Cromer because there's crazy summoning circles and stuff there. But as far as I know, like Haddock's like just Ogre Town, and it's like, why am I in Ogre Town?
Now there's lots of stuff.
Yes, now there's plenty of reasons for him to stay there. But
although maybe now he's sort of caught wind that okay, if I didn't want to go to Cromer, but turns out Cromer was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go to Haddock, but turns out there's a lot of interesting stuff.
You got to give me at least a rule of 3 before he starts to catch up.
Okay, all right, you're right. We need one more.
Everything's on fire!
But it's magical plane fire. What?
That isn't affected by the rain.
I love the ambient sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do that more.
I'd love to hear from the viewers if it works for them.
Yeah.
I actually, I legitimately forgot it wasn't raining.
Yeah.
No, I did too.
A couple of
Halfway
times.
through, I was like, it feels kind of colder. I wonder if it's because of the
It
rain.
really changed the environment, the feel of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a constant reminder of the setting.
Yeah.
So.
It didn't form a lot. It was just like, take it outside and light it on fire. Wait.
It's raining.
It's raining.
Yeah. That's something that I would
Perception too
Yeah.
is hard,
That's what I would do when.
but not for this guy.
I have the eyes of an eagle.
You can see
Freaking all-seeing eye over
a
here.
mile as if it was 100 feet away.
Or 50 feet. 100 feet?
Wow.
Wow.
Well, on that note,
Yeah.
we're gonna call it. Thanks for watching Threshold. Check me out tomorrow for afterwards. Visit us on our Patreon. Thanks for those of you who have signed up. I imagine that many of the things you saw today you will have seen in the little PDF, and you've gone, "Oh my goodness, I remember that." So, or that's what that is. So, starting to open some of those plot hooks up a little further. Thanks for watching. Have a spectacular rest of your week. We'll see you tomorrow for afterwards and next Monday. And yes, goodbye.
Goodbye now.